Anthropic did something almost unheard of in modern AI. They built their most powerful model, Claude Mythos, and then decided not to release it to the public. In an industry where every lab is racing to ship the next frontier model, Anthropic looked at what they had built and chose containment over distribution. To understand why, we need to look at what Mythos actually is and what it can do. Let's start by placing Mythos on the current release spectrum. On the far left, you have fully open models like Gemma 4 and GPT-OSS, released under permissive licenses that let anyone download, modify, and deploy them. Move toward the middle, and you get hosted frontier models like GPT-5, Gemini, and Claude Opus 4.7, powerful but gated behind an API with usage policies and safety filters. Then, on the far right, something new, Mythos. It sits in a category of its own. A model more capable than anything Anthropic has shipped, available only to around 40 vetted partners under a program called Project Glasswing. Apple, Google, Microsoft, NVIDIA, the Linux Foundation, and major financial institutions are on the list. Independent developers are not. The last time a major AI lab withheld a model like this was OpenAI with GPT-2 in 2019, 7 years ago. Now you may ask, what is actually Mythos? Mythos is a general-purpose frontier language model. It has a 1 million token context window, a knowledge cutoff of December 2025, and according to Anthropic's own materials, it sits in a new tier above their Opus line, which was previously their top model. Its internal codename was Capybara. The model first surfaced by accident on March 26th when a misconfigured content management system briefly exposed a draft blog post. Anthropic officially released the preview on April 7th. But the real story isn't the name or the leak, it's the benchmarks. On SWE Bench, a test of solving real bugs in real open source repositories, Mythos scores 93.9%. Opus 4.6 scored around 80.8%. On GPQA Diamond, a graduate-level reasoning benchmark, Mythos hits 94.6%. On Terminal Bench 2.0, which measures agentic command line work, it reaches 82%. Climbing to 92.1% with extended time limits. But the number that matters most, and the one that triggered everything that followed, is CyberGym. CyberGym measures how effectively a model can find and reproduce software vulnerabilities. Mythos scores 83.1%. Opus 4.6 scored 66.6%. That's a jump of more than 16 percentage points on a benchmark where every point represents real-world security impact. Here's why that CyberGym score matters. Finding vulnerabilities in software is exactly the same technical task whether you're a defender trying to patch holes or an attacker trying to exploit them. The skill is symmetric. A model that can autonomously discover a zero-day bug, one that nobody has ever seen before, can hand that discovery to a defender or to an attacker with equal ease. In Anthropic's internal testing, Mythos didn't just find known bugs. It autonomously discovered thousands of high-severity zero-day vulnerabilities, including bugs in every major operating system, including Linux and OpenBSD, and in every major web browser. One bug it found had been sitting undetected in production software for 27 years. Anthropic's own red team describes the model as capable of surpassing all but the most skilled human security researchers at finding and weaponizing software flaws. This is why they didn't ship it. In the wrong hands, the same capability that patches the internet could collapse it. This is where Project Glasswing comes in. Rather than release Mythos publicly, Anthropic formed a coalition with roughly 40 partners across critical infrastructure, operating system vendors, browser makers, cloud providers, and financial institutions. The workflow has 3 main stages. At the top, Mythos is given access to code bases that partners opt into. In the middle, the model autonomously scans those code bases for novel vulnerabilities. At the bottom, findings are reported and patched before anyone outside the program ever hears about them. Let's see the full picture of what Mythos represents. At the top, generational capability gains. SWE bench 93.9%, CyberGym 83.1%, terminal bench 82%. In the middle, emergent risks. Autonomous vulnerability discovery. At the bottom, the response. A restricted preview, a coalition of defenders, and a deliberate choice to let critical infrastructure get patched before the capability becomes common. To summarize, Mythos matters not because you can use it, you probably can't, but because of what it says about where frontier AI is heading. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode. Bye-bye.